For the Unit 11, Day 1 Introduction, this unit will be about finding area of different polygons, but we will have to be using some of our algebra skills like factoring to help solve some of these problems. So we're just going to review how to factor and solve. So on number 1, we want to make sure that our equation is in standard form. And in this case it is. It has ax squared, then bx, and then c equals 0. We want to make sure that it always equals 0 in order to solve. So now for the x factor method, we do the first number times the last number. So 1 times 24 is 24. And we're trying to get to the middle number, which is 11. And so your factors of 24 are 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. Which one of these can add or subtract to make an 11? That would be 3 and 8. Okay, so 8 plus 3 is 11. 8 times 3 is 24. So now we go ahead and write this in factored form. Okay, if I were to multiply x times x, like doing FOIL or distributive property, I would get back to this answer here. To solve this, we set up two equations. We say x plus 3 equals 0 and x plus 8 equals 0. And if we solve each one, we subtract 3 and we subtract 8. Our solutions are negative 3 and negative 8. So in number 2, same method. We check. Is it in standard form? Yes, we have equals 0. Okay, it's got x squared and then x and then no x at all. So this is standard form. We do 1 times negative 27. That goes to the top of the x. Then the middle number goes to the bottom of the x. So for 27, we have 1 and 27, 3 and 9. Which pair can add or subtract to make a 6? Well, 3 and 9 can. I can say 9 minus 3 is 6, and 9 times negative 3 is negative 27. So now we write that in factored form. And then we set each part equal to 0. So here we would get positive 3. And here we would get negative 9. So x equals 3 and negative 9. Okay, for number 3, we check to see, is it in standard form? And it is not. We need to have equals 0, and we have 32. So we're going to bring this over to the other side and make it negative. Then we do 1 times negative 32, trying to get to the middle number 4. So 32, we have different factors of 32. We know that 4 times 8 could get to positive 32. If we subtract this, now we get negative 32, and 8 minus 4 is 4. So we've got x minus 4, x plus 8. Set each one equal to 0 and solve. So here x would be 4 and here x would be negative 8. Okay, so in number 4 we want to get that 30 to the other side by subtracting it to get this in standard form. And then 1 times negative 30 is negative 30. And we're trying to get to a positive 1. So factors of 30 looks like 5 and 6 can make a 1. So 6 minus 5 is 1. 6 times negative 5 is negative 30. So we've got x minus 5, x plus 6. Set each part equal to 0 and solve. So we can see that the answers will just be the opposite of what we came up with. So 5 and -6. Okay, lastly, number 5, again, we want to put this in standard form, so this -15 would become positive 15 over here. So x squared plus 16x plus 15 equals 0. 1 times 15 is 15. We're trying to get to 16. So factors of 15 are 1 and 15, and 3 and 5. Well, 1 and 15 can add to make 16. So x plus 1, x plus 15 equals 0. So x plus 1 equals 0, x plus 15 equals 0, and my answers are just the opposites. So that's just a review of factoring and solving a factored problem. These problems are called quadratics because the largest exponent in every single problem is a 2. And so you correlate the 2 exponent with the word quadratic.